you can't plead the fifth when you have some very good evidence going against you. When even Barnum says that he's seen you with the freaking magic gem.
This amounts to nothing more than conjecture.
Oh.
I do not believe you have any solid proof.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you show us your purple gem, please?
However, I have to concede that you have surmised a logical connection between me and the missing magic gem. Consequently, I am prepared to answer your questions.
Good. I will repeat what I asked you previously. Witness, state your name, profession, and finally, your gender.
Are you a boy? Or a girl?
My name is Jean Greyerl. I have been serving the late Master Belduke.
And?
As you can see, I wear a butler's outfit. But the truth is, as the defense claims, I am a girl.
You could have kept with that voice because now you sound even more girly, but still. But either way, you've proven my point! Wait, what? What the?
A girl? Unbelievable.
That did not sound very enthusiastic.
What?
That sounded a lot more enthusiastic than Barnum. I guess he's not as much enthusiastic.
The butler is a girl?
Order! Order! Order in the court! Jean Greyerl, are you declaring it to this court that you are, in fact, female? Yes. Why would you hide that fact? But everyone in town was under the impression that you are a boy. Yes. And why did you hide this from the entire town? Doesn't that make you a little tiny bit suspicious? Eh? Did you hear that? The butler's a girl! Doesn't that make him, her a maid? I knew there was something suspicious about him! I mean, her? You know why, right? Think about it. All that alchemy. That's mighty suspicious. Just listen to them. Listen to the wild gossip and accusations. Alchemists pursue knowledge of the rules that govern nature. But to the townspeople, alchemy is no different to magic. Had they known I was a girl, they would have taken me for a witch. That's what Master Belduke was worried about. He told me it would be safer to pretend to be a boy. In other words, you disclose that you're a female, but deny that you're a witch? I would have thought that was obvious. Don't be snarky with me. She knew that once her gender came into question, she wouldn't have been able to conceal it. That's why she's made this public now. It was the most rational choice for her. Inquisitor Barnum, may I ask you one question? Has all the evidence in this Golden Gentleman case already been presented? Why do you ask? As it stands, you do not have a single piece of evidence proving that I am a witch. Given the lack of pertinent evidence against me, I would like to be permitted to return to my duties. What? Didn't you just... Were you here for the last trial? Were you here for the last trial? Do you remember what happened last time someone tried leaving and they ended up being guilty? Quit running away, dumbass! What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? It has been proven that the two gems were swapped. However, it may also have been possible for the accused to have done so. Objection! Objection! Maya had no reason to swap the gems. This is a place of judgment. There is no need for us to understand the reasons behind a criminal's actions. What? After all, those who we judge are otherworldly creatures. They are witches. It is impossible for a human to for a human being to understand the reasoning of a witch. Is there nothing we can do? At this rate, Maya will be... Barnum still thinks Maya is a witch. We've made it this far, and yet it feels like we're back at stage 1. It seems there are no more rational arguments against me. Now, if you will kindly excuse me. Let me just say one thing. Why can't we ask her for her gem that she obviously had, and obviously Barnum has seen, and test it underwater? I don't have much on Greyerl when it comes to the professor's case. But should I just let her go? Yes, let's wait and see what happens. I'll just ask about another case, I think, because apparently she has nothing to do with this case, so let's ask her about another case. There's nothing else I can follow up on regarding the professor's case. So what can I do? There's only one other option. Miss Greyerl, I have to ask you to remain at the witness stand. Is there something else you wish to ask me? Your testimony is not over yet. There's still something you need to tell us about. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I cannot help you. I have told you all I could about this incident. And I'm afraid you've got the wrong idea, Miss Greyerl. We're not going to talk about this incident anymore. We're going to talk about another incident. Oh, you don't like that? Your Honor! What this witness needs to testify about is not the professor's unfortunate incident, but rather the incident from 3 months ago, namely, Sir Belduke's death. As she was present in the building at the time, working as a live-in butler, she needs to testify about the events of that day. About Sir Belduke's death? Gonna object to that, Barnum? It is one of the only... This case does happen in the exact same location, so I think you... And then you also said that both cases do happen to be related, so I don't think you can object to that. The fact that one of the magic gems was swapped leads me to a single conclusion. Both crimes, the murder of Sir Belduke and the transmutation of the professor, were the work of the same witch. The thing that Mr. Barnum has been saying. The truth behind the alchemist's death may also hold the answer to this case. What is your opinion on this, Inquisitor Barnum? I'll allow it if you I'll allow you to have your way this time, Sir Blue Knight. The Inquisition has no objections. Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum, it seems you have lost the unyielding attitude so admired by the townspeople. Oh, no she didn't. She did not just call out Barnum and pretty much say that he is like a chicken or something. No, he did not. Here you are now, letting a novice defender lead you by the nose. Oh, no, she is not. It is hard to believe that you have been known as the unwavering sword of justice for your usually cool-headed judgment. You know little about me, witness. Do you think I care about defending my name? It is this town I wish to defend. Sir Belduke's murder is the only case to have remained unsolved for so long. Jean Greyerl, you shall now testify about it! Barnum is very angry now. As demanded by both the defense and Inquisition, the witness will testify about Sir Belduke's death. Any questions? No, my lord. I must, however, mention one more thing before we begin. If it cannot be proven that Jean Greyerl is a witch, as claimed by the defense, the court will irrevocably consider... Yeah, I said that right. Consider Maya Fey to be the witch responsible for both crimes. Is that understood? You have no choice, Sir Blue Knight. If you don't want this trial to end right now, ready your sword and face the challenge that awaits. Face it head on. But the opponent is a real witch. It's a gamble that puts Maya's life at stake.
Nick?
Maya!
No witch is gonna outwit you in court. You're an ace attorney after all. So, let's do it.
The defense accepts the conditions. Let's proceed with the trial. Humph. Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin. We shall start with the brief summary of the incident. About 3 months ago, in the dead of night, Sir Belduke, the alchemist, was murdered. The crime took place in his study. Just as with this incident, the room had been locked from the inside. The victim was found still seated in the chair at his desk, so we can assume he was attacked while working. There were very clear strangulation marks on his neck. Oh, there's something trickling down from his mouth. Is that blood? Yes, most likely. The victim probably bit his tongue as he was struggling with his assailant. And you said earlier that some white powder was spilled all over the floor, correct? Yes, hence we expected to find the killer's footprints. However, there were none. The killer must have somehow approached the victim without stepping out on the floor. After the murdering, Sir Belduke, the killer, left the room without opening the door. Undoubtedly, the crime must have been committed with the use of witchcraft. The body was discovered the following morning by the butler, Miss Greyerl. The body was found by Greyerl, huh? Thank you, Inquisitor Barnum. The court illustrator's sketches will be added to the evidence. Okay. Now, witness, begin your testimony. Tell us about the events spanning the night of the crime, from the evening beforehand until you discover the body. Okay, 5:06 right now. At around 1 o'clock at night, I excused myself and left Master Belduke in his study. When I called him for breakfast in the morning, he did not respond. The door to his study was locked. A neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together. All the potions and other concoctions from the study had been confiscated. I wonder if they're being properly stored. The heck does that have to do with anything? Potions and concoctions were confiscated? The victim was an alchemist, after all. We were hoping the items confiscated from his study could provide some clues. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hands. It may not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary. The confiscated goods are stored in our secret vault. Yes, our very secret vault. Full of secrets and wonders. Nothing that you, Sir Blue Knight, can see. Aww. The only person with access to them is High Inquisitor Lady Darklaw. It has caused me great difficulty, as I have not been able to put Master's research materials in order as a result. The confiscated items shall be returned as soon as Sir Belduke's murder is resolved. I shall be looking forward to that. Oh, okay. Defense, you may begin the interrogation. At around 1 o'clock at night, I excused myself and left Master Belduke in a... Hold it! So last time you saw him alive was at 1 a.m. Is that correct? Yes. You say that with a little discomfort. Master had a habit of conducting his experiments at night, so it was the usual time for me to finish my work. Weren't you helping him with those experiments? He would sometimes have some errands for me, but alchemists generally keep their experiments a secret. That's why I would always excuse myself at that time, unless Master had some other tasks for me. And that night, there was no more work for you? That's correct. I wished Master a good night as I shut the door behind me, and then heard him lock the key. There was nothing unusual about him. At least, nothing I noticed. When I called him for breakfast in the morning, he did not respond. The door to his study was locked. Hold it! And what time was that? Master would always take his breakfast at 9 a.m., so it was around that time. So, you didn't have the key to Sir Belduke's study, is that correct? Yes, there's only one key to that room, and Master always kept it with him. Master's research was a very delicate matter, you see. We had to take strict measures to prevent outsiders from entering that room. Occasionally, delinquents would try to make off with one or other master's to make off with one or other. Would try to make off with one or other of master's... Yeah. One or other. I usually don't call him, but... like Wright, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you say that, but whatever. Thieves stealing from an alchemist? I can't tell if that's incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. Probably the latter. That's why the door to that room is made from thick oak wood. I wouldn't have been able to force the door open on my own. She couldn't have entered the room before that, then. A neighbor had come for a visit just then, so we forced the door open together. Hold it! Hold it! Wait, you mean you broke the door? The only key to that room was in Sir Belduke's pocket, obviously. The only way to enter the study was to break the door open. And you managed that with the help of a neighbor who came to visit? Yes, it wasn't a social visit, mind you. He came as a patient. A patient? Can you tell me more about him?
Objection!
Whoa, what? The victim's neighbor is irrelevant. He has nothing to do with this case. Ugh. I think you're pushing it this time. A witness is hardly irrelevant. Ugh. Yeah, Phoenix has a point there. What's got him so shaken, though? He looks as if he just had a rush of blood to the head. You don't think that he was a patient, do you? Master Belduke had been making very potent medicines, among other things. We would get people coming from the town at all hours of the day or night asking for them. And yet, in return for all the help Master offered, people would gossip about him, dabbling in witchcraft. So you broke the door together with a neighbor? Yes, when I explained the situation to him, he brought over an axe. Sure. Then he proceeded to attack the door with great force, smashing it into splinters. Jeez. I see. By the way, about that neighbor. What?
Hold it! It's time for Ymir's grand entrance. Did you miss me, guys?
Do I even have to say anything? I had a feeling it was going to be you, but I just didn't want to say anything.
Order! Order! Could it be that it was you who...
I can see why Barnum didn't want to say anything now. Oh no.
Where are you looking, old man? I'm right here. And as for who I am...
Why is Birdley here? Don't tell me he actually agreed with you.
I'm the alchemist's neighbor and a witness in that case too.
You're a witness in the first trial, you're a witness for this trial, you're a witness for that trial. Are you sure you're not the Great Witch or something? You seem to be involved in a lot of witch cases. Passion for justice seething within. Emir is always at the crime scene. That didn't rhyme again.
Objection!
Objection! It's you again? Oh, you're the guy from earlier, right?
Yep, that's me. Emir's the name. How have you been, Bluey?
Are you really the alchemist's neighbor? Seriously?
I know, right? Freaky coincidence, eh? But yeah, his house is right next to mine.
Ridiculed earlier, Emir returns. Drinking like a king, he never ever learns.
That's why I tried to stop you from asking about the neighbor.
Yeah, I kinda took that into consideration after things started adding up a little bit.